Hey everyone, welcome back. We're doing something really fun today. I've been wanting to do this for the longest time, but the logistics just weren't working out. It took a long time to get to the store that I needed to go to, but I finally did it. I went to the store, I went shopping in DAISO. And what I did is I went and picked up a whole bunch of their makeup. If you don't know about DAISO, DAISO is a variety store from Japan, and everything costs 100 yen in Japan. However, here in Australia, everything costs $2.80, and they have everything you could ever think of in this place. Many of you will be familiar with this product. This is the DAISO's cleanser for puff and sponge, and this is what I use to clean my beauty blender along with a whole bunch of other people in the world. It's one of the best cleansers for your makeup brushes and beauty sponges. But DAISO also sells things for your home. They sell food, they sell stationery, they sell things for your pets, they sell cleaning supplies, they sell any type of little device and doovalaki that you can think of, you can buy it in DAISO. Now the quality is not always the best. It is often quite cheap plastic items, but some of the stuff you can buy there is actually outstanding. So I am here, I am home from work, my face is looking a greasy mess. I think I'm going to take everything off and then I'm going to try DAISO makeup. Alright, I've got no idea how this is going to go. It's very scary. I don't know, I know what everything is, but I had to kind of guess with some items. But I've got like a brush, I've got a highlight and cheek colour, I've got a concealer, I've got some powder, some mascara. I've got so much stuff and it's all in this really cool packaging. And let's get started. I'm going to start off by removing the makeup that I've got on my face from today. Okay, so there were some items I just couldn't find. I couldn't find a primer, for example, so I'm going to have to substitute a few items with things from my collection. So today I'm going to be using the Rimmel Insta Fix and Go, so I'm going to just prime my face with this and then I'll get on to foundation. And let's let that dry. Okay, so I have two options when it comes to foundation. I've got a liquid foundation and then I've got some powder foundations. I think I'm going to go with the liquid and then I'll use the powder foundation almost to set the liquid. So this is the liquid foundation. Okay, so there are no instructions here except for made in Taiwan. Okay, here are the instructions. Attention of, okay, so this is like a warning. Attention of the use. If something happened, the trouble on your skin using them, please stop, use them. So if irritation occurs, stop using it. Alright, there were not many shades available, so I just had to pick one that looked like it wasn't too light, but I still do think it's going to be fairly light. Alright, here's what the bottle looks like. In terms of makeup application, these are the sort of puffs that they sell. They also sell sponges. I'm going to go ahead and just use my beauty blender for today. Alright, let's apply some foundation to my hand. Alright, I've just applied some of the foundation to my hand. I think it's going to be a little light, but let's see how we go. This is a lot of foundation, by the way. It doesn't smell bad, just kind of smells, actually smells like that CoverGirl, is it Fresh and Flawless or the old school 90s CoverGirl foundation. Alright, that's heaps. Let's see how we go with blending. There's no immediate stinging or anything, that's a good thing. Alright, it looks like it's fairly light coverage. And I have to say, the colour's not actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. I wonder if this is going to oxidize as it dries. And I think the answer to that is absolutely yes, because it's already started oxidizing. So where I've just gone in and put more foundation, it's definitely a different colour. This is not the worst foundation I've ever used. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use this concealer, again made in Taiwan. Take the stick out about 0.5 centimeters and apply directly onto the area of discoloration such as stains. I was going to use this Cover Foundation stick type as a concealer under my eyes. We'll see how it goes. It might be too dry. What? I'm pressing very hard. Let's see if my beauty blender picks any up. No, okay. Alright, what I'm going to go ahead and do is apply some more foundation. So I'll just apply another layer of foundation under my eyes. So this one's a fail so far. Alright, so just building that up under the eyes just to get rid of a little bit of the darkness. Hopefully this works. Not bad, not the best. This is working better than that concealer was going to work though. That was just pure like clear wax. There was no pigment in there at all. It's definitely oxidized. It went from being a little bit too light for me to now looking a little bit too orange. I've got two Silk Touch powder foundations. I got them in the shades Ecru 10 and Natural, and I figure I can use the Ecru all over my face and under my eyes, and then this one sort of around the borders to try and give a little bit of natural contouring. Let's see how that goes. And I did buy a brush, but they're suggesting that you actually use one of their puffs for this. So I'm going to take some of the powder on the puff, and the instructions say, please take the foundation with the puff. You spread it from the middle of your face to outside. First you paint it from your cheek and forehead wide part. Lastly, you paint it the detail point. If you apply it again to finish, you can cover up the dull point naturally. Crystal clear. My face is looking pretty matte right now, but it's not, I'm not minding it too much, and the colour of the powder is actually not too bad. Alright, I'm going to take that darker shade now, and I'm going to use the brush to apply a little bit around the perimeters, almost like a bronzer. Here is the powder brush. It's actually nice and soft. I know I usually always wash my brushes before I use them, but for this I'm just going to go ahead and use it. Alright, the powder is very dry, can you see that? I'm not really sure that's working at all. Alright, let's go on to this really cute little compact with blush and highlighter in it. That's what the blush and highlighter looks like. Alright, I'm just going to use that same, that's really pigmented. I'm going to use that same brush that I used with the powder, seeing that it didn't really pick up much colour. And I'm going to pray that this works as I apply some DAISO blush. Okay, it's not really a colour I would usually choose, but for the purpose of this video, it's working. I'm then going to go ahead and use a fan brush to pick up some of this absolutely white powder highlight. It actually isn't too bad. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's quite stark, but it adds a nice sheen. Okay, here is a brow gel. Let's see what the colour looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like. The colour looks very reddish brown, so I'm not sure it's going to work for me, but we're going to just make it work. Wow, it is really, it's almost red brown. But you know what, we're making it work. We're going to see how it goes. Completely the wrong colour. Let's try some eyeshadow. These are the LFR Princess Chiffon eyeshadow. Please take the eyeshadow with a chip and then apply it on your eyelid. A bright colour makes you a vivid impression and a darker colour makes you a cool impression. So this is the closest that I could get to a neutral kind of eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use this shade here as a base. It certainly is pigmented. Alright, that khaki there I'm going to apply all over the lid. I do want to be cool after all. Wow, fallout. Clean brush just to blend that all out. I defy anyone who does not think I look cool right now with these darker shades. I'll just take it a little bit under the eyes. I'll then go back to that original brush and I'll take some of the darker shade and I'll apply it just to the outer corner. And then try and blend that in a little bit. The operative word being try. A little bit goes a very long way. It doesn't look that dark when you first put it on, and then you start blending it out and it starts just getting smokier and smokier. It's not blending out, it's just making more color. I don't understand how this eyeshadow just keeps like regenerating itself. I only put the smallest amount on, and the more I kind of blend it out, the more the color gets darker. I guess maybe we're just going with a really green black smoky eye today. We have a very fancy looking black liner. Let's see if we can stuff this up a little bit more. Pretty fancy. It's starting to get a little bit dark, so I'll have to hurry up. Okay, so there's a lot of colour there, and it's picking up on the brush, but trying to put it down on the lid, it's almost like it's just not sticking to the lid. Let's put on a little bit of mascara. Do not use on areas with sores or broken skin. Definitely not. I really should have kept all this cool packaging so that I could take some photos. Whoops. High curling mascara. There's what the wand looks like, and it smells a little plasticky, I have to say. No, I have to say, not much is happening here. The DAISO false lash was actually really great. I've used these many times. So I'm just going to pop these on and then I'll be right back. Alright, so here we go. Here's the finished makeup look using entirely or almost entirely DAISO products. I went ahead and put a little bit of lipstick on. I couldn't actually find any lipstick in DAISO this time, which is strange. I've often seen lip glosses and that sort of stuff around, but this time I just didn't see any at all. So what do you think of the look? The eyeshadow is a little bold, and maybe not the best blended eyeshadow I've ever seen, but I actually didn't mind the face products all that much. That highlighter ended up being quite pretty on the cheeks. The blush wasn't so great. I'd give a pass to the eyeshadows. The gel, the brow gel, if you could get the correct shade, I think it's quite nice. The foundation, not the best I've ever used, but it was $2.80, guys. It was $2.80 and it actually went on okay. The powder was actually quite nice. The concealer's an absolute hard pass. There was nothing going on there at all. The mascara, again, not much happening with that. There were other formulas though. I just picked up this one. The gel eyeliner, again, it was okay. There was nothing to rave home about. But, I mean, for play makeup, this would be awesome for young girls. Nothing has sort of made me sting or irritated me or anything like that. So it feels like it's fairly safe. But yeah, this is what it is. This was so much fun. As much as I sort of griped and groaned and rolled my eyes, it actually was a lot of fun to do. If there's anything else that you would like me to try out, if you'd like me to try a certain brand, whether it's a cheap one or a high end, then let me know. I really, really enjoyed doing this. So let me know if you've tried anything from DAISO, like makeup or just like candy, which I'm about to eat in a moment. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me in this little corner of the internet, and I will see you next time. Bye.